I've had the same. I've had the same pair of shoes for 6 years, and I don't plan on getting new ones until these like actually stop like being shoes. Um, I I have two, and one of them is like my work shoes for my second job. They're just slightly nicer, like black shoes. That's it. And so my other ones are just these like Nikes that have like the little red Nike thing on the side. I've seen like 5 people with them, and whenever I see people with them, I'm like, I like your shoes. And make them look down, and we got the same ones. Mine's are a little dirty because, I like to go on walks and, even when it's raining and shit, because I don't care. Um, they've done me a solid though. It's about 7 years actually. I think it might have been 2019 that I got them, or 2020. I have no idea. But during that time period, I had 2 pairs of shoes, and one of them got stuck in the mud. So I just went to the other one and just only wore those. But yeah, um, I want to strive to think like that for everything I own. Like, not just keep getting more things unless it's CDs. CDs, it's different. CDs is just completely different. Speaking of CDs, the album of today is The Place of Worship by Act of God. And this is a symphonic death metal album. And I don't really know what I expected to hear. I expected I would hear like just like a very like string synth, whatever, synthy heavy death metal album, but instead the lead vocalist is literally like singing like high like falsetto tones, like as if it's like a opera style kind of thing. For that reason, I didn't really like this album. There was almost no like actual death metal vocals. There were some pretty cool riffs here and there, but it just didn't like. I just don't think those two things very like match very well. Like we have brutal death metal riffing, just absolutely brutal, right? And we have like blast beats, just blast beats, brutal. The most absolutely brutal death metal tremolo picked chromatic dissonant discordant riffs. And then we have some fuck nigga going like, no. Those two things just don't really like go together properly. And there was almost no like almost none of that. And that was what was frustrating to listen to, because I expected there to be at least like a contrast, like Mall Screamo. Like we have like one part where it's drive, and then Weenie's car, flow cars, like something like that, like where they contrast each other, like call and response. But no, it's literally like almost completely just opera style vocals, and the vocalist is talented, but this is not the right place for that. They didn't really like meld those things together properly. And the riffs were pretty cool. Like they were more or less like regular sounding death metal riffs, but like the riffs weren't even that interesting either, to be fair. But that's not to say that that is a bad thing, because deathcore exists. Like, what's the word? There has to be a word for like the style of gent that's more or less just metalcore with a slight change in syncopation, or like a slight emphasis on syncopation, rather than the use of Phrygian and yelling, But like it's like this was just like, you know I don't think there was any song in here that was like, outside of that bound where I was like, huh, well, I would listen to the song on another day, maybe. There was nothing like that. Like, it's just didn't really click with me. I don't really like uh this kind of like style of metal where there's like an obvious very ooh wow, you can see that. There's like a very obvious like different thing getting like melted into a pot with this, and it just doesn't work. That's how I felt about this. Has nothing to do with the lyrics or anything. I found the lyrics to be like a little bit like uh what's the word, like that's it's the kind of thing where it's like, oh, that's definitely something to think about. uh like, I'm not Christian, so this didn't really bother me. The lyrics were very like anti-religious and like kind of like, think about this, you know? So it didn't really bother me. This album would definitely bother somebody that is like evangelical, you know, a loser. So, but honestly, like, wasn't a horrible album. I don't really know who I'd recommend this to be honest with you. I don't really know if there's like an actual audience for this kind of music. But yeah, I'm a diss on evangelical fundamentalist religion because that's bad no matter what. Fundamentalism kills people, and that's bad. Christianity is good, but fundamentalism is violence and shit like that.